So, hey guys, Chauzu here. Time to revisit Grand Voyage Zoro, the Grand Voyage where you need to have a Mihawk on the team. And final stage here, well, this is easier difficulty, but on higher difficulty, you have 30 turns of special bind for almost everybody. You have 7 turns death up, 6 turns damage, 5 turns damage reduction. So this 1 turn of damage reduction has been insanely annoying since Ein used to only remove 4 turns, but now with level limit break, Ein by herself can remove 5 turns, and as you saw, she completely ignores special binds. You can always use her special final stage. So yeah, with the level limit break buff, Ein herself can remove 5 turns of death up and damage reduction. And if she gets a little help, she can even remove 6 turns, which I'm going to showcase too. But first we have the new ultimate accessible team for Grand Voyage Zoro. The only part that can be annoying with this team is getting enough HP. Vista is not required. Roddy Viper is better. So if you have Roddy Viper, just replace Vista with them. But yeah, if you have Vista, you can use his special stage 1. And if you lack HP, you can just skip the Robin support and put a stat support instead. It should be fine. And yeah, Vista is mainly used for 3 reasons. Okay, first, this stage. Then he makes Psy Orbs matching for slashers, just as Roddy Viper. And then finally we'll use him stage 4 to recharge Mihawk. It sounds weird, but that's literally what he does here. Now we're going to kill everything but 1 mob, and we're going to be using the Bugstall strat for Grand Voyage Zoro. So basically set it up like this. Now you just keep swapping Big Mom, tapping with a unit and resetting the game. And you do this until Big Mom's super swap is charged. This will give you an immense amount of extra damage next stage, but most importantly, it will let you fully remove the paralysis. So this is required. It's a bit slow, but what can you do if you want the best team possible? But yeah, remember that before you move on here, you need to use Last Super Type to heal to full HP. It's literally required, otherwise you get a ton of debuffs stage 3. But yeah, the only thing you need to do this stage is super swap Big Mom and kill everything. But yeah, before with similar teams like this, the problem was that you had to put the Beppo and the rest of the Heart Pirate support on Law to remove damage reduction final stage. So something else had to remove this bind. But now we can just put Korra support on Law instead, that most people have. And instead of like a Tama support on Big Mom, we can just put a good stat support instead to get even higher HP. So yeah, this team just becomes a lot easier to build in many ways. And damage wise, it's definitely not any issue. Especially since with this variant we can start by using Big Mom here. This lets us get Big Mom's chain lock, which is a lot better than Mihawk's. After using Mihawk, we want to use him 1 more time, which we can do if we use 3 specials in between. 1 special is Zoro for attack boost and color affinity for this stage and final stage. The other is Law for ore boost this stage and final stage, and to get the resilience to survive this stage. And then finally we have Vista, like I mentioned, and as said, this just does a bit of damage, nothing else, but it recharges Mihawk, which is the main point of using Vista on this team. So with that, we're pretty good to go, just need to kill. And as you see, I don't even need to hit with all units, it's big overkill. And yeah, Krieg is going to do a death hit, but the resilience from Law lets us survive this. Easy peasy. And yeah, Law lets us resist the spear this stage. We get paralysis, which the ship removes. And then we just use Ein twice. This removes all of the damage reduction. And then we can use Mihawk again just to remove the 2 turns of remaining death up. So yeah, that's the team. Very easy to build. You might need to wait a bit to get enough dupes to increase your level limit break, but not much you can do about that. If you're willing to, you can try and Resilience stock at stage 3, but I don't recommend it since you need to bug stall, which takes a lot of time. But yeah, that's the accessible team, but I got one more team to show you. And this is a bit of a challenge team. I wanted to use Ein's 6 turns of death up removal. And I also wanted to do a team without law, since I don't think I've ever done that. So this is a team that does both of that, and basically the mindset I have when making this team is that, okay, I can use Ein to remove 6 turns of death up stage 5. If I use a unit to remove 6 turns of death up on stage 4 too, I just need to remove 1 death up stage 4 and 5. So I can put something like Tashigi on Zoro. So that was basically where I started with this team. I put Mihawk, Zoro and Ein. I knew I wanted to use that strat. I also put Roddy Whitebeard since I know I could use them to remove the spear final stage. Then I just needed other spear removal for stage 3 as well, so that became Rail League. And then I just needed some Chain, and what better Chain locker than Big Mom. But yeah, the issue with this team is that we don't have any resilience to survive. So we have to gamble on Resilience Socket RNG for stage 4. In order to compensate for that, this is a no stall speedrun with no bug stall. So you can at least attempt it easily. But yeah, this is mostly a showcase, not really intending people to use it, but it can be used. That's basically my point. But yeah, I've been talking about using Ein to remove 6 turns of death up, and you might wonder, how is that even possible? But remember, Ein's special changes when she has a damage reduction, when there is a damage reduction applied to the crew. Usually the idea is that Ein applies the damage reduction herself with the first special and then gets her other special. But another unit can apply the first damage reduction, and then you get the better Ein special twice, which is what we're doing here. The problem is at final stage, we can basically only use one other special than Ein. And luckily, the one I wanted to use was Roddy Whitebeard, and he has a support to do damage reduction in the Crocus Rare Recruit, so that was very lucky and made this team pretty easy to build. The only issue was surviving this stage with Resilience sockets. But I got pretty lucky, got it on my 2nd attempt, so not too bad. And yeah, of course you want to hit with Zoro early here, so you can remove the final turn of death up. Same thing for final stage. This team doesn't have any great ore boost for stage 4, but we still have enough damage. And for final stage we can make use of Roddy Whitebeard to get a big ore boost, and also, well, I guess that's it, we already have a Call Affinity boost. But of course removing the Despair is also pretty important. But as you see, 7 turns of death up, we're going to be using Roddy Whitebeard special to remove the Despair, buff the ore boost, and we also applied damage reduction with Crocus. Now you'll see when we use Ein, we remove 3 turns of the death up. So that means we remove 6 turns total, and then Zoro with Tashigi support can remove the final turn. So this was something I wanted to do, so I was happy that it wasn't too hard to achieve. But yeah, with that, probably no need to do Grand Voyage Zoro for a while. It's basically solved now, I will say. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.